Understand? Lock you. Damn.
¿Qué significa la palabra sonar? My friend?
Forgive me.
Huh?
Forgive me.
That's very important.
I'm trying to prop it up somehow.
You need something that holds it right there. It's going to slide out. With the bolts and all that stuff, it's going to slide out. Gotta put it back here. So.
Right. Trying to hold it off with that. All right, Shalom, Shalom. I'd like to start off by saying, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Or Haloyim, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Barak Kudash, love honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, who well. Blessed salutation to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Aqua that's listening in. Yahweh Ratzah, Lord willing, that this lesson is edifying. Brother Shabab, I'm back at you with another lesson. The title of this lesson is going to be called There's No Such Thing as Reptilians. Right? And inspiration came from a brother that came on my Instagram page and just started talking some bugged out nonsense. All right? Talking about, I had posted a post of Doja Cat catching, that 1-9. And he was saying, I got the exact thing right now. All right. He said Yahweh is judging her. She slipped and fell on stage not that long ago. Daughters, parentheses, reptiles of music are being brought low. Right? And I didn't even realize that it has said reptiles after daughters. But it is true what he's saying, that the daughters of music are being brought low, because in this society with all the music that's being pushed out, it's all wicked, it is being brought low. All this music shit is being brought down to none. That's why you see a lot of rappers and a lot of artists that are constantly getting put to death, man, because Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah is tired of all this wickedness that's coming out through the music. You see? These people don't understand that music gives you a wicked vibration, man. It gives you a certain vibration that is pushed on this earth. That's why you can be happy one minute, but then you listen to some music and it just completely changes it alters your whole mind, because music is powerful. That's why that's why Esau uses our people in the music industry, to brainwash you with music. Here it is, you could be in a car and you go bump some fucking Tekashi 6ix9ine type shit, and after you're done listening to his ass, you want to come out the car and kill somebody because the music has that certain vibration. You see, so in today's society, the music is straight trash. It's not like back in the day when we was growing up. Music was trash too. It was always been trash because it always just portrays for you to do wickedness, but. Music back in the day was storytelling time. You would actually have a message put out in the music, especially if you come from the times of like the 70s, the 80s. Music in that time was amazing. Music that time was great. You see? So, back in those days, music was a lot better, but today's music is just straight trash. Teaches you to commit adultery, teaches you to be hooked onto drugs, constantly doing wickedness. But the music is being brought low. Daughters of music is being brought low, for sure. All right, but he put reptilians as the daughters. All right, and she says in her song "Rules" that she's reptilian. possibly draconian, all right? Which I know what song he's talking about. And she does say that she's reptilian in the song. See, reptilian is just a false doctrine, all right? Which I had told them that. I said reptilian is just, there's no such thing as reptilian, all right? Because what they try to teach you in the society, that reptilian is going back into Nephilim, where you supposedly had angels that came down to earth and slept with the daughters of men, you know, the human women. All right, there's no, you can't, an angel can't have sex. All right, an angel can't come down and have sex with a fleshly being. You understand? Matter of fact, let me bring that out real quick. That's 1 Corinthians 15. 1 Corinthians 15 and all right, this is 15 and 39, and it says, all flesh is not the same flesh, but there is one kind of flesh of men, another flesh of beasts, another of fishes, and another of birds. All right, so everything has its own different, you know, type of flesh. It says, there are also celestial bodies and bodies terrestrial, but the glory of celestial is one, and the glory of terrestrial is another. All right. So you have heavenly bodies, all right, angelic form bodies, and then you have your fleshly bodies, all right. Which, let me read that in the NLT. It says, there are also bodies in the heavens and bodies on earth. The glory of heavenly bodies is different from the glory of the earthly bodies. You see, Shalom, Sister Gal, Bashim Yao Shabarakata. All right. See, there's two different types, all right, and they're not one, all right. They can't, they differ from each other, all right. So it says, continuing in the KJV version, 41, 15 and 41, 1 Corinthians, there is one glory of the sun, and another glory of the moon, and another glory of the stars, for one star differeth from another star in glory. So also is the resurrection of the dead. It is sown in corruption, it is raised in incorruption, Salakia. It is raised in incorruption. It is sown in dishonor, it is raised in glory. It is sown in weakness, and it is raised in power. It is sown a natural body, it is raised in a spiritual body. There is a natural body and there is a spiritual body. All right. And so it is written, the first man, Adam, was made a living soul. The last Adam was made a quickened spirit. All right. And if you can receive it, that's talking about YAHAWAH'S. All right. Because YAHAWAH'S was Adam in the beginning. All right. And then it says, howbeit that which was not first, which is spiritual, but that which is natural, and afterward that which is spiritual. The first man is of earthy, Salaki, the first man is of earthy, the second man is Lord, YAHAWAH'S from heaven. As it is earthy, such as they also that are earthy, and as is the heavenly, such are they also that are heavenly. You see? So an angel will be heavenly, and that's it. A person that's from the earth is just from the earth. All right. It says, and as we have borne the image of the earthy, we shall also bear the image of the heavenly. All right. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of Yahweh, neither does corruption inherit incorruption. Okay. Let's put it this way. Let me read it from the NLT. what I am saying, dear brothers and sisters, all right, is that our physical bodies cannot inherit the kingdom of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. These dying bodies cannot inherit what will last forever. All right. So basically, it's telling you, all right, that those bodies are not able to interact. All right, that are angelic, are able to interact with the earthy. You know. So when you got people thinking that when it said in the beginning in Genesis that the sons of God slept with the daughters of men, right? They don't understand that the sons of God are it's us, all right? The sons of God were the elect that have fell, because it says they were the fallen ones. Matter of fact, let me grab that real quick. Genesis, I believe it's 6. Yeah. It says, and it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men that they were fair, and they took them wives all which they chose, Salakia. All right. And it says, and the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. There were giants in those days. And also after that, when the sons of Yahweh, sons of God, came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. All right, now let's go into, let me see what it says with these giants. But you do got to be careful with the interlinear. Remember, even though we go into these blue letter Bibles in the interlinear, you got to understand that this is ran by Esau. So Esau try to throw you off in these scriptures in the inside the blue letter Bible also. That's why you got to have that spirit of discernment. That's why you got to have the spirit working with you, because the spirit will lead you into the truth. You see? But it says, giants, says the Nephilim, and this is where people get bugged out because they see Nephilim there. Let me see what it says. And the root word that comes from giants, all right? Giants is Nephil. But the root word it comes from Strong's H5307, which goes into Nephal, all right? And it says, fall, all right? Lie, be cast down. See what else they got. To fall away, when you go down to the Strong's definitions, it says to fall away, to be judged. And that's what it goes into us being those sons of God that have fell away. We fell away from our ways of this society. You see, we were doing wickedly. All right, so by us doing wickedly, we fell away from our rulership. We fell away from the ways that were given onto us, all right, in the way that we were supposed to be moving righteously. You seen that, right? That brother was on a whole nother. Exactly. That's exactly what I was gonna say next. Because that Nephilim shit, like the brother put, Shalom to both of y'all, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua Barakatah. All right, the Nephilim That shit just goes into you having demons on you, man. That's all that is. Because then you had another brother that came out and said, he said, oh, it's just a DNA strand. It's not even a DNA strand. That shit is just being wicked. You got demons on you. Because then you got these, they'll try to say with these reptilians and all that their faces be shape-shifting and all that. And that's just demons on these people, man. All right? And then the brother tried to use, because he said reptilians he said YAHAWAH'S spoke of reptilians. I said, show me where in the scriptures it talks about reptilians and YAHAWAH'S saying that. And he said that all you have to do is read Colossians 1. I'm like, what? I said, bring out the scripture where it says it. He said Colossians 1, and he said where it says, let me see, I'll bring it out exactly what he said. He said,
keep right.
He said Colossians 1, where it says principalities, powers, rulers of the darkness of this world and spiritual wickedness in high places. Parentheses, other realms, like the Jethium, something like that, Jethium, Nephilim, and some other words. He brought out some crazy ass words. First of all, Colossians don't even speak about that. He's talking about Ephesians. Ephesians 6 and 12 tells you that. Tells you, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual wickedness in high places. All right? Against the principalities, the darkness of this world. All right? The spiritual wickedness in high places that is speaking about is talking about these elites that come after the working of Satan. You see? Because you got these devils that run the world, that they actually prey upon Satan, okay? And they do all types of witchcrafts and sorceries. And they're the ones that actually try to push out that agenda that, you know, there's actually reptilians and shit like that. You see? But those that are in the truth and the knowing, know that that's just simply demons on these people, man. And that's what happens when you start getting into these fucking false doctrines, man. Because see, this guy that was telling us, saying that on my comment board, he know the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. But see, when you are not firm in this truth, all right, and you're not steadfast and unmovable, all right, and you're giving yourself onto seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, you can have the name. That's why it tells you be careful with people that are false prophets, man. You know, that are in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. There's going to be a lot of people that claim to know the name and everything, man, and they still off because they listening to other camps, they're listening to other doctrines. Because a lot of these people, you got that starter kit, that bugged out starter kit. When you got these damn devils listening to fucking the book of the book of what's this Jasher. All right, you got the what's the other books they be listening to? The book of Enoch. You know, the Mormons. They be trying to listen to all these other books, and all them other books is causing confusion upon our people. You know, and you can't be listening to that shit, man. You only got one book that got the truth, man. This scriptures right here. That's why I say seek ye out the book. All right? And none of these shall fail you. None shall want her mate. This book don't go with no other book. All right? The only book that it goes with is the Apocrypha, which was taken out by the Bible Destruction Group. You see? But that's why we get that 1611 King James Version, because that was already originally in the scriptures. All right? So if you're reading just the King James Bible, you know, of today, it's going to have that Apocrypha in it. And that's the only book that we advise brothers to get, because that's part of the scriptures. It was always part of the scriptures. It was just taken out, you know? That's right. That's just the left hand side. Jake always added to the word. Exactly. Now that you said that, let me bring that out. 22, Revelations 22. And it says 22 and 18. For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, Yahweh shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. And if any man shall take away from the words of this book, of the words of this book, of this prophecy, Yahweh shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city and from the things which are written in this book. You see? And that's why Esau's going to catch ultimate judgment. Because Esau's the one that literally constantly takes out, adds, all right? And then he teaches our people that false doctrine. And then our people feel like they're obligated to do the same. Like they got to add to their own scriptures. To these scriptures. And it tells you in the scriptures, right? It says that knowing this verse, that no prophecy of the scriptures is a private interpretation. You know? None of these things is a private interpretation or your vain opinion. All right? You either have the spirit to understand the scriptures or you don't. You know? And if you don't understand the scriptures, brothers advise you not to even sit there and try to interpret. All right? Because when you mishandle the word, you know, great destruction is going to come upon you. You're going to have a lot of blood in your hands for misleading our people, man. So you can't mishandle the word. All right? You got to rightly divide the word of truth. That's why you got to study to show thyself approved. You see? But these people, when they hear study to show thyself approved, they think it means pick up all books. You know, tells you in the scriptures, my son, be not admonished of many books, that there is no end. You see, when you pick up too many books, you'll never have an end. You'll never find the actual truth, man, because you're confusing yourself. And Yahweh is not the author of confusion. You know, so man, it's just crazy how this brother was just saying that shit. You know, and that's how you know he don't read. Because for him to bring out Colossians 1, you know, not once is it mentioned in Colossians 1 about reptilians or anything like that. You know? Let me bring this out real quick. This is Ecclesiasticus 3. And 24, and it says, for many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion has overthrown their judgment. See? Because you're going into your own interpretation of things. So you end up getting caught up in bullshit. Doctrines of devils. Matter of fact, let me get that. This is 1 Timothy 4:1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron, forbidden to marry and commanded to abstain from meats, which Yahweh has created to be received with thanksgiving of them which believe and know the truth. All right. And what it means by forbidden to marry is forbidden to come into this truth. All right. Because Yahweh looks at us as this woman. All right. And we're all preparing for that marriage. And then it says commanded to abstain from meats. And it's not talking about actual meat. All right. It's talking about other philosophies. To stay away from those philosophies. You know. And Esau always there ready to deceive you with some type of philosophy, man. This world is just completely surrounded around sorceries and witchcraft. That's why you got to be careful what you read. And it's not saying that you can't read a book. You know, you could read to have some type of knowledge. All right, but take your book individually, all right, for that knowledge. And not everything that is in books can you actually use. You know, you got to know how to take what you got to take out of the book for knowledge, and that's it. You know, because, man, I've done reading before, and some of these books that you read, you just be like, what the fuck going on in here? You know? But the only book that you should be reading is this truth, man. All right? Let me get, he got me with that one. And another thing, when it's, you know what, let me go back to that before I forget. When I had talked about the sons of God, all right, let me see if it brings it out.
In 2 miles, take the I-278 east, Staten Island Expressway east exit toward Verrazano Bridge. We found a faster route, the I-278 east to Belt Parkway Shore Parkway, which takes 5 minutes. If you prefer to stay on the current route, tap no thanks.
All right, I think it was just where it was Giants, as a matter of fact. I did bring it out. Talking about how we were the ones that fell away, because that's what the sons of God was. The ones that just fell away, man. All right? But yeah, that's pretty much the point. You know, I wasn't even supposed to make it that long. You know, the point is that there's no such thing as reptilians, man. That's just a false doctrine that Esau tries to, you know, brainwash people with. Make them feel that, you know, pretty much they try to say everybody that's in the industry is a fucking reptilian. You know, everybody that's making money, all these actors, these rappers, these artists, all right, they're all reptilians. They're all from out of this world. Yeah, they are from out of this world because they're fucking wicked. They're demons. You know, they don't even know how many fucking demons they got on themselves. You know? So you gotta stop listening. Be careful who you listen to. You'll have brothers that'll try to come into this truth and you know, somebody that's a newbie, somebody that just came into this truth can easily be misled off of some bullshit like that. And there's plenty of videos out there talking about that the Nephilim and all that reptilian shit is bullshit, man. An angel can't have sex with a carnal being, man. It's that simple. An angel is an angel. A carnal being is a carnal being. They're separate. All right? So that's pretty much the point. So with that being said, Lord willing, it was edifying. So with that, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, call Haloim, Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Barak Badash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who well. Blessed salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Hakim and the Akwat that was listening in. Yahweh Ratzah, Lord willing, that the lesson is edifying. Next one, Shalom.